Hey guys, this is Avicius from 7 Days Departed, 7ddgaming.com. Guys, if you want to get involved in a great community in Empires and Puzzles, go to our website, 7ddgaming.com, and click on the Discord Connect link and come hang out with us in our community. We have 3 alliances, and they all range in how active they are, and how ranked they are, and how casual or competitive they are. Come check us out. Today I haven't made a video in a while. I apologize for that. Many of our members have been making videos. I haven't. I've been sick, but I wanted to get back and make some more because I keep getting a lot of compliments from you guys, and I appreciate that. So I made a rating 101 video to get everyone started in rating, and I wanted to advance that a little bit further and start a rating 301 video, 401, I don't know. I'm not as high as the guys in our Departed Alliance, but I am fairly far up there. So let's just get started. I have an all 4-star team. Now, I can tell you that I've been playing this for a very long time, and I've been using this team for a very long time, and I take down complete 5-star teams sometimes. But I do have working strategies, and I'm going to go over what they are, so you can possibly take down 5-star teams in the future. Now, I'm sitting a little low in trophies. I haven't raided pretty much all day. And I get raided all the time. Like, it's ridiculous how often I'm raided. It's 30, 40 times a day probably. So my trophies are a little low. Anyway, the first thing I want to explain is my trophy, not my trophy count, my team. I use Wukong in raids on offense, especially Wukong increases your gem's power. Now, how is that helpful in raids? You can put a really large amount of damage on your opponent with cascading gems if you have Wu's buff applied. I also run 2 healers with Regard and Melindor. Regard is a beefy healer. His gem damages aren't as strong as Melindor's, but he holds up a lot better in a fight. He can take more hits, and he also cures the detrimental effects on your team. Boral I use for Perfect Riposte. Perfect Riposte is the key to beating 5-star opponents when you don't have a 5-star team. It is essentially using the opponent's damage against them. And I don't know that I could do it without Boral or maybe Cyprian, but that is such an important factor to beating teams that are tougher than you when you don't have as tough a team. Gormak is just a beefy hitter. He also has a defense debuff. When that is stacked with Wukong, it doesn't take many gems to take down pretty much anybody, including Ares. Granted, Ares is one of the toughest tanks in the game, so that's going to take a little more firepower. I generally avoid Ares fights because that guy, my odds of killing a team with a max level 80 Ares tank is really, really hard. And until they nerf that guy a little bit, I recommend staying away from him unless you're confident you can snipe him down and get him down quickly. Melindor is also another healer. Again, I said I run 2 healers. Melindor is the cloth healer. He packs a mean punch with gems, which is also great for coupling up with Wukong and his gem buff. But he also clears the buffs from the opponent. So I have a buffer for attack. I have Perfect Riposte to reflect damage back onto the attacker, which I can take out pretty much any AoE opponent with that. Gormak is my defensive debuff. Again, I couple it with Wukong and lay out devastating damage. Regard is a healer, Melindor is a healer, and I can cure anything on the board, opponent or myself, with that setup. There's a lot of strategy involved to this. It's not just all out firepower. This is more of a defensive, strategic approach to this. I don't have many offensive characters, but this is how I do it. And if you want to utilize any of these methods, go for it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look through my revenges. Now, when I do revenges, I only do them depending on the risk level. If they have less than 30 trophies, a lot of times I'll revenge them. If they have more, sometimes I won't. If they have 40 or more, generally I won't revenge. Don't tell anybody, but it's not worth it to me. I only get 15 or so trophies back, but if I lose another 45 or around there or so. So it's not worth it to me. I'm going to go ahead and revenge this guy. This guy only has Sartana, but I'm going to start, just show you my strategy first of all, and then we'll get into tougher opponents, and I'll roll for something a little bit higher. When I raid, I always look for the best move on the board. The first one that I see right now is the purples and the greens, the combination there. That was decent, but it's not going to cut it in a real tough battle. One of the methods, see, those combos work out great. Not only am I inflicting a lot of damage on these players, but it's building my specials. Wukong is already ready. When Wukong is ready this early in the fight, I win 90-95% of them because he is just so good with gems. So let's just see how much power I can inflict. I almost killed Boral already with just Wukong. Sartana's going to get her special off on me. Now, if Boral was alive, she would have been dead. Because Melindor can cure Perfect Riposte, they have Perfect Riposte on their front three. I'm going to take that off with Melindor so I don't kill myself in the process. And because Boral has very little health, the strikes from this on the edge will actually kill him. The strike in the middle from the special is the hardest one, and then the ones on his flanks, on the opponent's flanks, will hit for half of that, I believe. So I'm going to be able to mostly take out Sartana and take out Boral at the same time, also applying the debuff to Kiro. Oh, I missed because, yeah, I forgot about that. You didn't used to miss with your specials a long time ago. That's since changed. But you do miss with your special sometimes, and that can be a factor. But it's not too big of a deal this fight. I'm likely going to win this one. I kind of thought I would take out Sartana there. She's no big deal anymore. So before I apply Perfect Riposte, one, I want to see and make sure that the opponent is not going to debuff it off of me as soon as I apply it. And right now, the only player that can do that on the board is Melindor. And Melindor is not even halfway mana yet, so I am going to apply this. I'm probably going to get chowed down a little bit if he hits my front three. Either way, I'm taking Sartana out, but I like playing safe. So I'm going to count on this taking her out. If it doesn't, she'll kill herself. It took her out. And when I say she'll kill herself, I was looking for her to hit my Perfect Riposte characters, but she didn't. Now, because my dice buff is still up with Wukong, I have 4 chances to hit and kill Chao. Hit him 3 out of 4, killed him with just gems. Obviously, having 2 healers, I can keep myself alive. And again, this isn't a roll through and beat your opponent as quickly as possible setup. This does require strategy, but it's an effective strategy. So we're just going to wear him down. Got 2 healers left, so this is going to be an easy fight for me. Just whittle him away. Not much strategy here. Of course, if I get some gems over to the right, I'll probably whittle around the cloth healer first, since he's far less survivable, but alright, that'll work out better. Obviously, he's a cloth healer. Kiro has armor, so he's going to be easier to kill. But I'm not really getting the gems to help my cause. Now, I wouldn't apply Perfect Riposte here. I'm going to wait because, 1, they're not going to hit me this turn. 2, Melindor is just going to cure it off of me right away. But I'm going to kill him first. Melindor's done. You just see how much damage Wukong does with gems. It is incredible. And this last one should be fairly easy to take out. Yeah, sorry for the stuttering and stuff. It's been a while since I've done a video. I'm a little rusty. Maybe I'm not so good on the spot either. But that's one fairly easy raid. That was an easier one. Let's roll for someone a little harder. Might as well do someone a little harder. Let's look for a nice 5-star team. Here we go. This is a nice 5-star team, mostly. Has 4 out of 5 5-stars. The reason I want to actually, I would take this fight pretty much any day, and the reason why is they don't have a beefy tank in the center. I have no problem taking down Vivica. The only problem with Vivica is if you don't get her down before she gets her special off, it wouldn't necessarily be a big deal, except she applies that defensive debuff, and that makes for a very, very difficult fight if she keeps that buff applied. So, I'm guessing the first thing I want to do is... Got a lot of yellow gems on the playing field. So, my first strategy is I'm going to apply the outside gems first, and that keeps the mana building distributed. So Wukong is already almost ready, and he should be ready in time to have his buff ready to take out Vivica. But I want to do it like this, actually, because now I have the gem for the purple, which will give me far more. It'll get, what's-his-face, Regard, his mana bit to max, and this is going to take Vivica out. And that's the nice thing about Vivica tanks, is if you get a little bit of luck, she's really not that difficult to deal with. I'd much rather deal with Vivica as a tank than I would on the flank. Not quite sure what I have her at tank. So this fight's going to be really easy now because of that. Now, I have 2 turns left. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to hit him with Gormak yet. I am going to put Perfect Riposte up because they're both about ready to hit their special. And I'm going to force... What I'm going to do, their specials are almost ready, but if Sabina unleashes her special first, she's going to take my Perfect Riposte off of me. So I'm going to use these purples and force Horcall to use his special, or kill him, one or the other. I didn't even get him up high enough. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm still going to do the same thing. Actually, it doesn't matter. He's going to kill himself, and I'll watch the damage Perfect Riposte will do. Never mind. Again, another easy fight. It's all about strategy. Don't be intimidated just because they have 5 stars next to their name. Each opponent has a weakness. The only one I'm finding difficulty with is Ares, and I usually re-roll. But since I'm making a video, let's roll an Ares and see what we can do against him. Ares is just a beefy tank. And if you have good snipers, you can probably take him out. I don't have very good snipers, so this is an especially difficult fight for me. I'm going to try to spread the mana around. I don't have a lot of one color, unfortunately. So, oh my, not a whole lot of great moves. This might be the next best move on the board. Not a great one. Wow, that's a tough one. Let me try this one next. The reason I want to work on getting Melindor special ready is because if Ares uses his buff, I might be able to use I might have Melindor up relatively fast enough to remove it. Only problem is, yeah, I'm just not getting a good board at all, and I might have to use this now, which is good. We're going to debuff Ares, but again, he's full health, and his 2 flanks already have nearly a max. Now, Musashi's going to take a good amount of damage away from me, and Sartana is, if she hits Wukong, she can take him out in 1 hit. So, by the time I actually get to the characters past Ares, their specials are already ready to go almost the second time. He's just a little too overpowered, I think, at least for my setup. We can try this. At least we'll get Gormak ready, and I have another heal ready, so that's good. That has a nice amount of cascading gems. Alright, so he's going to take some significant damage off of me. Now, in this instance, there's 2 reasons I'm going to use Melindor. 1, I'm going to cure his buff again. 2, I have a green gem ready to be used when I get more green gems on the board. Alright, I'm going to try this again. It'd be nice to have Wukong. He's just not ready yet. So I'm going to try to save the blues in the middle until Wukong is ready. He's not ready yet. Sartana's going to hit me, and I don't have Perfect Riposte ready yet. Yeah, she's going to take out... If she hits anyone on the right, they're going to die. Oh, maybe not. Wow, I'm staying alive in this. Hence the importance of having a beefy group. Most of these guys can take a hit, except for Melindor and Wukong. It's a tough one. I still don't have Wukong ready. But since he's really the only healer, I don't have to worry about anyone else topping him off. Now, you get another healer in here, like Regard or something, fighting with Ares. He is just so hard for me to take down. Now, again, I wouldn't normally roll these fights because the odds of me beating this guy, any Ares tanks, any max Ares tanks are pretty low, as you can see. Now I gotta get that cured off somehow. Good news is Sartana is going to likely kill herself with Perfect Riposte, so just don't hit. Oh, I should have used Wukong there. Oh, good. She won't kill Boral. Or not Boral. Gormek. Cool. I can debuff them, get his buff off, and I can also... Tough call here. I need to do this. I need Wukong, so I have to... I don't care if he applies that buff. It's only going to hit 2 of them. So, Wukong's ready. I think it's time to take out Ares. Got 2 more turns left on Perfect Riposte. So, got a nice move with blues to take out Ares. This should work really well. Ares is dead. Musashi is almost dead. You see how much damage comes off when you use Wukong and gems. It is insane. If you don't have a heavy offense, try to go after Wukong. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. He's so good for Titans too. I see a great move over to the right, and it's also going to get me a lot of gems. Took out... Now, Grim hits hard. His regular attacks hit hard, his special hits hard, but Grim is paper thin. And I know everybody loves him because of how offensive he is, but man, that guy is just so easy to kill, even for me, with a defensive setup. Again, second consecutive fight where I'm going to win with it. That team we just played had 4 or 5 stars. And I have all 4 stars in my lineup. Just goes to show you that having 5 stars doesn't mean you're going to win all the time. Now, granted, there are some people out there that are just... Their team power is so devastating that I don't stand a chance, especially if they use certain 5-star nukers that just one-shot my characters because they hit so hard. So this team right here, this is all 5 stars. I hate fighting Elena because she applies Perfect Riposte, which makes that fight significantly harder, and then Albrecht can revive her, and then Albrecht has a second healer in Vivica. This is going to be a tough fight. I'm going to give it a shot because I'm making a video. Why not? But, again, I'm not starting out with very good tiles. It's nice having some yellows available right away. Hopefully that continues. We'll try to spread the mana around evenly if we can help it. Might be able to get Gormek going. Oh, man. This isn't going to be... I'm going to hope for a little bit of luck here. Got it. Good. Now we have... Okay, now, she might actually kill herself on Perfect Riposte. That's what I'm hoping for. And then I should be able to relatively soon take off. Yes. Wow, alright. Alright, I'm a little worried about this one. What I'm worried about is... I need to get Melindor special, which I can do if I use the green gem, the green crystal. The special will be ready, but I'm going to take a lot of damage if I use it. Well, not a whole lot, actually. And then Isana's going to hit, and that... Wow. That is tough. What I'm going to do is enable Wukong now and hope and pray that that line of yellows and greens kill Isania. Might. Whew. Well, I took out Melindor, but I also took out Vivica. So, that's not too bad. I'm in good shape. I don't really want to... Yes, I do. Alright, I'm going to take a risk here and see if I can take out Sartana. But, yeah. Oh, wow, I'm going to be able to take her out. Good. But I don't want to kill Gormek, so I'm going to use blues to take her out. And then the purples will let me heal with regard. So now Albrecht, who is also a bastard to fight. Luckily for me, I have 4 red gems aligned right here, which will probably kill him. There we go. Got 33 cups out of that. Alright, getting pretty lucky here. I'm glad for the video. I'll probably lose the last one. Let's try a really hard fight. Hey, there's a Lazoo tank. That's a good one. Let's do that one. How to fight a Lazoo tank. Lazoo, just like Ares, can be exceptionally difficult to fight, especially if you don't get your specials right away. Because what she does, obviously, if you're higher level, is she drains your mana across the board. And that is not fun to deal with. She used to be regarded as probably the worst tank to deal with. First it was Boltusk. A long time ago, he was the worst tank to deal with. Then Regard. Then Lazoo. And now it's Ares. Well, good news about this is we'll be able to apply the debuff from Gormek. Please don't get her special out. Oh, I got lucky there. Now, if she would have executed her special, I would have lost my Gormek special, and I have no red gems left. So, that would have been gone for a while. And that's why she's so difficult to fight sometimes. So, we should be okay. She doesn't do a lot of damage. She just really screws up your strategy. So, anywho, next best move on the board probably is this one. Not bad at all. Getting pretty lucky here for the video. Alright, now I'm actually going to try to get Grimm's special to trigger before the buff is applied from Kirill, because that's going to hurt a lot more if Kirill has his buff. So we managed to take out Grimm before Kirill buffed the entire team's attack. So that's good news, because that would have hurt. Again, Kirill is soft and easy to kill, but if he gets his special off, especially if you have a defensive debuff attached to you, you are going to take some damage. Alright, so we got through the Lazoo part. That's relatively easy. Well, that wasn't relative. This time it was. It's usually not that easy. Pretty standard here, Gormek. Obviously, you want to take out 2 if you can. And I'll probably kill him with Wukong and blues. If not, yeah, well, that was unexpected. That works. Colin is probably going to kill himself on perfect riposte. So what I'm going to do is try to take out Cademan. I'm going to apply it now since he's going to be hitting me next turn. Cademan should die. I thought he was going to die right there. He's not. Now he's going to die. And I'm actually going to save... No, I'm not. I'm not going to save... Well, no, I'll be fine. Well, guys, my recording stopped because I ran out of space on my phone. Sorry about that. We were in the middle of that fight. We were about ready to kill Colin. If I didn't kill Colin with those green gems, he was going to kill himself with perfect riposte anyway. That's how that fight would have ended. But I minimized to try to fix the video real quick, and then I had to restart the game. So I ended up losing the fight due to minimizing the game. I wish they would fix that. I wish there was a better solution to that problem. Anyway, You got to see some fights, and I hope I was able to help you. Sorry it's been so long since I've done a video. It has been a while. I've been battling health issues, but I'm getting better, and I'm happy to do some more in the future. Again, guys, if you're interested in joining a nice gaming community, 7ddgaming.com. We have 3 different alliances. We have a competitive, we have an intermediate alliance, who's actually getting pretty far up there in the rankings too, so you could argue they're also competitive. And then we have more of a casual alliance. So come join us, 7ddgaming.com. Click connect on the Discord app on the website, and come talk to us. Even if you don't want to join, we'd love to have you around the community and talk empires and puzzles. Have a great day, guys, and goodbye.